Dominant vessel. Bring the tower to her. You're on the princess.
You're on a path in the... You're here.
Alright,
That's the spirit.
blah, blah, blah.
You make your warning. She will... We're not going to ignore him.
Lead into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is the blade. The door of...
Hello?
is... Don't...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been
So we're gonna
so long
talk to
since
her
I've
and
had
then go
any
back
visitors.
upstairs.
Please.
You walk down the
Dagger
stairs.
and
She's
stab her.
beautiful. I am begging...
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses.
you can...
She's...
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Prince. I'm sorry, I've been down here.
Okay, that she hadn't...
Blah, blah,
Of
blah.
course I'm locked.
You've been eating.
I don't see what that has to do.
This is the only time this is... Okay, but actually...
What are you going to do?
The princess, she doesn't know. She knows what...
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without
Thank
saying another
you.
word.
You turn back to the stairs.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that...
Slip these chains. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's where the princess sat only a moment ago.
Ambush
There's
time.
only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
So we've seen this room before. There's literally nowhere for her to hide.
Is it
She's
just
on the-
me?
Oh no.
Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Oh no. Let's
Your
finish this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
On. Let's just get this
I
over
can
with.
wait. I'm very patient.
Wait.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Alright,
You
fine.
step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
Whoops.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, the beast. Oh, we've done this one.
Your honor, you're here.
Pursue the cabin.
Oh, she will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She
Guess
could
we
have
should
gotten
wait
out of
her
there
out.
whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
No, we did the witch, so this is new.
Maybe.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Okay, cool.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral.
We do love a feral woman.
Impatient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping.
She's a furry.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
I believe that.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now!
We don't have to kill each other, you know that, right?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Well, that's not how I wanted to be inside the princess, but I guess it counts.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
That sounds fucked up, ma'am.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. We could wait for death. Claw and bite.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit
This
with
is all
fresh
horrible,
waves
God.
of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat.
Oh, I think you
But
got it.
will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, we get to a chapter 3. We don't normally get to a chapter 3 after...
We are a path in the woods.
Oh no.
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Hi, Hive. So we're trying to get one of the other... Wow, Hive, not that kind of speedrun. I mean, we could speedrun the princess in that way, but no, we're trying to get one last ending, and then there's 2 like really short, really quick endings that I'm trying to get today, and then we're gonna be done with Slay the Princess. This is new though. The princess doesn't normally narrate our resurrection, so let's see where this goes.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Yeah, this is bad.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
This is the 3rd time?
I think this is our 3rd? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Well, we got eaten.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
This is amazing.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore.
We don't have a new voice for this, which is concerning.
We're still here, though.
Oh, yes, we do.
And if we're safe, isn't that better?
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Yeah, that is kind of a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Yeah, this is really bad.
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
This thing watching us, what is
I'm
it?
not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
That's not an answer to our question.
That is correct, Voice of the Hero. That is not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
Fair enough. He is an
I
asshole.
don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Turn inward and find your freedom. A glimpse of something bigger.
You
Embrace your
fall
transformation.
inward into a network of
God.
connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
This is all too much. Why can't we just let her do as she sees fit? She's the one who can handle being vast. It's not for us. It's not for me.
This is fucked up, Five. This is fucked up. I take it you have not seen much of Slay the Princess. Heavy petting in a dark closet? No.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There's a place you need to be. You just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you
fuck is
strain
going
beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you.
What is happening?
This place will fall apart before you find its end.
This is so
This
bizarre
task,
compared to the
whatever
other.
it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
Words
I can
aren't
hold
real.
us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Of course we do. To the ends of the earth.
I trust you. Find the way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Uh-oh. You find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now.
I think it's too late for that, mate.
Yeah, I think Voice of the Year has got it right.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Well, we don't have any other options, so...
No, stop!
But it's pleased to spirit the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she graze through the tiniest hole in the world, the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
Do we just unlock a secret ending here? Like, what? What
It's
is going on?
beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Okay, no. Not a secret ending. Just a weird as shit one. But you never get the chance to answer. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a...
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always...
But it feels so bad. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. I'd like to be somewhere nice. A mercy.
I don't know what this princess is going to look like when we meet the princess. I'm intrigued as to what she's going to look like. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You see what's in it. It's me, it's me, it's me, Birdman. Staring into a mirror. He's gone. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. We are the long quiet. Spoiler alert. Proceed to the cabin. Okay, that's weird. This is weird. You are at the cabin. Approach her. This is
Flickering
weird.
lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Because I would like to know some thoughts on this vessel.
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has
Bunch of-
found what she yearned for.
Just a bunch of vines or veins or something weird. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you. I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Fair enough,
The
man.
wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Fair enough. Well, if I don't want to bring you any more vessels, oh right, I've already done that. All right, ready
I
to go
will
back.
long for your return, but we will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.